What's up, LA? Ryan Dyrud here with the LA Football Network. Just out on a beautiful walk. So what up, Mia? Taking Mia around the block. Yeah, just cruising. Thinking about the draft, and I figured this would be an easier way to do this than a long ass tweet. So, we're at this point in the draft cycle, a week away, 6 days away, where everyone starts talking. By everyone, I mean, media, draft analysts, fans, in absolutes. It's like, oh wow, if they pass on this guy, huge mistake. If they don't trade up, huge mistake. If they do trade up, huge mistake. Giving up that much draft capital, mortgaging the future, huge mistake. So, I've been thinking about that. And in regards to the Rams and the Chargers, because I think they're both in similar boats. So they both need offensive line help. Center for the Rams, obviously tackle for the Chargers. And so there's a lot of, talk, especially now that it came out yesterday, potentially the Chargers may be interested in trading up to pick 7, where the Lions currently are, to get either PSA Sewell or Rashawn Slater. And, there's people that don't want to give up and get to that, and I get that. And then there's people that do. So I was thinking, as we go, this season, there's just so much analysis out there. We end up doing, so much more analysis than probably need to. Like, some of these players, you can watch, 3 or 4 games of them, and you can get a good idea of what they bring to the table. And then once they get to the NFL, it's up to the coaching staff to put them in the right scheme, the right system, coach them up, and if they're a coachable player, then they're going to be successful. But I think so many people now put so much stock on draft position. By position, I mean where they get drafted, as opposed to draft value. And I think draft value is so much more important. When you look at the Rams and the Chargers offensive line, that's what we're going to talk about right now. There is 1 first-round pick on both lines. That's Brian Bulaga. The Chargers, sorry, I can tell I'm out of shape, if you can tell. The Chargers, who just signed, a $16 million center, arguably the best center in the game, who's an all-pro, Corey Linsley, 5th-round pick. The Rams have been anchored by Andrew Whitworth now for 4 years. 2nd-round pick. Rob Havenstein, 2nd-round pick. Austin Corbett, 2nd-round pick. David Edwards, 5th-round pick. If they start Brian Allen, 4th-round pick. Chargers, Ode Abushi, 5th-round pick. Matt Filer, undrafted. Trey Pipkins, if he does start, 3rd-round pick, which they're going to add someone. That's kind of what I'm getting to. So, I think, and maybe I'm just being glass half full, like usual. So you guys can give me hate. Dish it out. Let's talk. Let's debate. Let's chat. But I think we're putting way too much pressure, and this is probably a little bit more for Chargers just because Rams don't have a 1st-round pick, but a little bit too much pressure on what the Chargers do at 13. And I'm all about offensive tackle at 13. That's what I want. That's what they need the most. It's the biggest importance is protecting Herbert. But let's not forget we added 3 guys, 3 very upgradable guys in free agency. And everyone keeps talking about how this is a deep tackle class. Yes, it's a big drop-off after the big 2, but that's from film and college analysis. They've done nothing on the field yet. Just 20 minutes ago, hour ago, Orlando Brown, the big trade that everyone's been waiting for. Linked a little bit to the Chargers, but we knew the Chargers wouldn't give out a 1st-round pick for him. He was a 3rd-round pick. So I think we put too much onus on draft position and not draft value. When we had Frank Smith on, the Chargers offensive line coach, just a couple months ago, we asked him what he looks for in a draft pick. And obviously, you couldn't get too much into X's and O's. They're not going to play their hand, especially on a podcast, to the rest of the teams. But he said the most important thing to him is passion, coachability, love for the game. If you get a guy, because once you get to this level, guys, and I want to make this very clear, all these guys are talented. Yes, is PSA Sewell a more gifted athlete and a bigger specimen than, some of the others, than Samuel Cosme or some of these other guys? Yes. Yeah, he's got more God-given talent. But more importantly, which of these guys are coachable and are going to fit in the scheme that either the Chargers or the Rams want to run? And so if they think, and again, easier said than done, Tom Teles's has been trying this for 8 years and has a lot of swing and misses. But I think if they think a guy like Radens, out of North Dakota State, Tevin Jenkins out of Oklahoma State, Liam Eichenberg out of Notre Dame, if one of those guys they think they can get at 47 or even the later ones, and they say, you know what, Frank Smith knows he can develop. We've met these guys on the Zoom. They do great on the whiteboard. Physically, they're similar. Yes, they don't have all the tools yet. They didn't perform as well in college, but that's where we can get them to where we want them to be. So all I'm trying to say is, with the week leading up to the draft, let's keep debating. Let's keep having these talks. That's why we do it. That's why you watch our content. Hopefully you watch our content at the LA Football Network. But I don't think it's like a end-all be-all if the Chargers don't take a tackle at 13, if the Rams don't take a center at 57. You know, let's put some faith in that we can develop some of these players. And if we get a later round guy, that they saw something in him that didn't have to allocate other draft capital, and they could get the BPA, best player available, when they want it. So there we go. I'll step off my soapbox. That's just what I was thinking as I'm on this walk here in beautiful but cloudy Pasadena, as Mia is just passing out. Are you falling asleep? Hey. As she's knocking out. So let me know what you think. Let's debate, talk, hit me up. You know, just comment below. Let's go back and forth. So appreciate you guys. 6 days left for the draft. We got plenty of big stuff coming. We got a big draft thing planned that I'm going to be announcing soon. Working with all of our great team members. Shout out, you know, Gilbert and Fernando with Compas on the Beat, who are now on the LA Football Network. Shout out to Dan Wolkenstein and Jake Hefner with Chargers Unleashed, who are now on the LA Football Network. Shout out to all of our fantastic writers, you know, Ryan Anderson, Chauncey Talese, Ian Van Roy with the Rams. We got Chargers. We got my man Stephen Haglin, who we do our LAFB live show Saturdays. He does phenomenal Charger stuff. He's done like 50 profiles for us, so the guy's a machine. Dan Wade, Locked On Chargers, but he also writes for us. A lot of guys. I'm forgetting people. I'm out of breath. We're going up a hill right now. So hopefully you guys follow all of us. Stay tuned. We got big things coming for the draft and beyond. Let me know what you think. Talk soon, guys.